Hey guys, this is Eric.
And I'm Niki.
And we are Eric and Niki. And today we are going to show you a kitchen remodel, what we've done, what you can save on, and the best way to save money during your remodel or flip.
As always, if you find value in this video and if you like it, please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up.
All right guys, so this is actually a flip that we are currently in. We have flipped this from the very beginning and decided that we're gonna take out some walls and update some plumbing, update some electrical. But the biggest thing in this house that we wanted to change was the kitchen. The kitchen had old cabinets, had a wall. We wanted to change everything around, open it up a lot, and make it have a better feel. So that is what we're gonna go through today and just give you some of our tips on what we did here and how you can save based on some of our mistakes.
So I have found that in kitchen redos, the easiest way to save money, my number one tip would be to keep the current layout. That way you're not having to move electrical and you're not having to move all the plumbing. So this kitchen was basically set up like this. There was no island, but in this island we didn't add any electric and we didn't add any plumbing. So that definitely kept our costs down. There was a wall over here. It's not there anymore. So that is how we opened it up. But basically the footprint of this kitchen is just the same. So that was a huge, huge cost saver. So all we did with the plumbing and the electric is, you'll see over here, we have a light fixture, a new one that's gonna go above the sink, and we have new plumbing fixtures. And that was all we had to do there because the plumbing and the electrical was fine in this house. Thank goodness. And if you're living in a house, chances are your plumbing and your electrical is fine in there as well. Just update your fixtures.
1980s or older, you probably want to have somebody give a second look at both the plumbing and the electrical.
Because since then, a lot of codes have changed and they've changed majorly how they are done.
Absolutely.
So yeah, definitely have yours looked at if you are before 1980. Also in this kitchen, Eric, we did get rid of all the cabinets, all of them. They were all gone. They were pretty bad. We couldn't even salvage them with paint. So something that we do to save money a lot is we will keep the existing cabinet, but Eric likes to actually, this is your trick, he likes to just replace the cabinet doors.
We don't actually refinish them as much as we have our trim carpenter come in and we create a new cabinet face. And when we do the new cabinet face, we still will do the more modern look. So there's two different things that you'll notice about these cabinets, and you'll remember this. There is a full overlay that you can do, which covers the entire amount of the box, or you do this style, which is not a full overlay. Partial.
It's called the partial overlay.
And these are a lot less expensive than your full overlay.
Right.
So if you're trying to stay pretty cost effective, you keep the boxes and you replace the cabinet door, or you go away from a full overlay and you do a partial overlay.
Right.
One of those two items. If you can get away with it, you can paint the cabinets. With painting cabinets though, we've found that we don't really like the painted cabinet as much. It doesn't hold up as well.
Right.
And you're gonna spend more in the long run fixing touch-ups and issues.
Now, since we do rehab, and we see this a lot in rehab properties, people will come in and just paint the cabinet, but we're not trying to do that because we know the longevity of it is not good. Like my parents, for instance, they painted their cabinets and their silverware drawer where they grab it to pull it out, it's bare there and it's back to the original color. So we just know from personal experience that painting cabinets might look good for about 6 months to a year, but in the long run, you're gonna regret it.
Yeah. Now you will save money on the front end,
right,
but we feel like in the long run, you're better off to either fully replace the cabinet door and paint it that way. That way it's a fresh paint. You're not painting over anything, or just a complete redo.
Yes. Now, like we say a whole lot, everything repeats itself. Fashion always comes back. Styles always come back. So what we're seeing in this kitchen we're actually in, natural wood tones are coming back. So if you have cabinets that are natural wood, guess what? They're coming back. So you might not even have to paint them, but just replace your hardware. Like here we have simple, black, elegant, modern, trendy hardware, and that could totally change your kitchen around. Of course, we like to do contrasting colors. So like if you have dark cabinets, maybe do a gold or a silver, something that would really pop on it. But that's a really easy, like under $20 refresh in your kitchen.
Like these were 80 cents a piece. Very, very cheap.
Right. Now, something that I do think makes a huge impact, especially to like the woman of the house who's in there cooking. You know, I like to cook a lot. I'm in the kitchen.
Side note, she doesn't like to cook at all. I have to buy all of my meals.
I wish I could buy meals for the kids, but anyways, so your countertops, you know, granite was all the rage a few years ago, and now it's quartz or quartzite or, you know, all the marble.
And this, we added quartz in this property. And we do go with the quartz. We find that quartz is a good option, especially when you're running granite. Granite's running for about 28 to 35 a square foot.
Right.
Quartz is only running about 40.
Maybe a little bit more if you want a prettier one. Normally I'll spend about 50. This one was about 70.
I didn't know that.
This one was about $73 a square foot. But with it being quartz, so quartz is actually a man-made product. It's really crazy how they make it. So it's like 97% natural stone ground up with glue. There's probably a lot more scientific process, but basically that's what it is. It is very, very, very indestructible. So, you know, we have kids and we like to do things to last. So quartz is gonna last your family. You can spill grape juice on it, you can spill whatever, it's not gonna stain, it's not gonna mark up. You know, where if you had a marble or
granite is porous.
Right.
It's a natural stone. So with it being porous and a natural stone, it's gonna soak it up.
Right.
If it's not treated correctly, and not only correctly, but often.
Right, and I'm not about that life. So simplicity, quartz it is. It might cost us a little bit more, but I think it's definitely worth it.
So getting back to the most cost saving, I think for me, just plumbing fixtures replacement and upgrade to nicer appliances.
Yeah.
I think those two in themselves, so I could come into a house and do a kitchen remodel for under $5 grand. If I was gonna do it for under $5 grand, I would paint the cabinets and replace just the fronts. I would do upgraded pools. I would just do the plumbing fixture just above the sink. And then I would put new appliances in and just do what we call a Frigidaire gallery. And that's a good appliance package, but it's just a little bit less expensive.
It's a good middle of the road option.
Yep. So for a fridge, range, microwave, and dishwasher, we're paying $2,300 for that package. So it'd be about $2,700 for the rest of those items. Just to show you, so like this faucet fixture was $100, right? You got your appliance package and your full paint for your cabinets, only about $1,000.
And my favorite part is the backsplash. Now you can really save money if you install the backsplash yourself. I also am not about that life, so we have a great tile person and they come and they put our tile in, but that is a wonderful way to make a huge impact because, I mean, you can go crazy on them. I like to go crazy.
And your tile, you can get really inexpensive tile. You know, we're gonna be all into this backsplash for about $400, I think.
And that's us not doing the work. But if you were doing the work, like you could knock it out in a weekend.
Absolutely.
So that would be a very cool, quick little project.
Or another option would be just to paint a different color on the back versus doing actually a backsplash, or do a shiplap. Now, if you're gonna do the shiplap, I definitely recommend you do one of two ways. You either remove the cabinets and do the shiplap all the way down so it's seamless, or you could do it while it's there. It's just a little bit harder to do that. The other option is if you have an old island, you can shiplap all the sides of the island and give it a really, really different look for very inexpensive.
That's good, Eric. Good job.
I do this for a living.
We do.
The last final tip for you guys for saving money and not overpaying is, where do you get people to do this for you? As always, we're definitely a resource. Shoot us a DM, make a comment. We'll happily respond.
Right, especially if you're in the Nashville area. That's where we are.
Correct. Nashville, Murfreesboro will definitely help you. Yeah. So the biggest thing you want to remember in hiring somebody to do this job is, number one, don't ever pay them up front, ever.
Ever.
Pay for the materials yourself and get it there on site. And then just hire somebody for the labor. The biggest thing in hiring somebody just for the labor is you're gonna save a lot of cost. They're not gonna add a markup, and then also offer them the price. Hey, I'm looking for somebody to do this job for 500 bucks. Do you want it?
Always going a little bit lower because they're gonna go up a little bit higher, so you have a little bit of negotiating room there.
Absolutely. And what you can do is you can get a GC to do it all for you, but in a scenario like this, you do not have to pull permits. So there's no reason to have somebody overviewing that project.
Right.
Our cabinet company is Marcraft. I think they're pretty much everywhere. They do most of our new construction and some of our rehabs. But another option that we love is, I call them the Home Depot specials.
Home Depot specials.
They come in 30, 36, and 42s. They're usually always in stock. They have a phenomenal shaker front, and they're really inexpensive. You can get a full set for about 2,500 bucks if you're replacing your whole kitchen, and they look amazing. That is definitely a resource. We use Home Depot a lot. We think that all these other smaller stores are great, but they always push up their price. We love Home Depot. They offer a rebate once you get to a certain level. It's called a Pro Extra account, and it's really, really good, and it'll save you a lot in the long run.
I remember when Eric got his pro status at Home Depot, man, he was excited.
As far as countertops go, there is something called a remnant. Remember that.
I'll take this one, I got it. So you're gonna go to a slab yard and they're gonna point you into the direction of the highest, probably the highest price one. What you wanna do is you wanna say, I wanna see the back room. And they're gonna take you to the back where they have all the remnants of the other jobs they've done. So let's say they had 6 by 8 square feet left of this countertop they did there. They can't use that on another kitchen, so they're gonna offer it to you at a discounted price. We have found that's really cool for like an island, to do your island in like a special, quartz or marble or whatever, and it really just pops. And oftentimes we like to mismatch the island stone to the other just to make it stand out a little bit more.
And in doing that, you're gonna give your kitchen a phenomenal look with not a huge amount of cost. And actually, you probably are gonna save a little bit by doing the remnant on the island. Sometimes you'll even be able to get a remnant on the back countertop as well, but huge cost savings there. The two main things for our rehabs are we love to leave things better than we found them, and we love longevity. And so that's how we create our products.
Right, for sure.
So with that, we do spend a lot more money ourselves in the kitchen just because that's a focal point of your house.
And, as a mom and a wife, and, the kitchen is honestly, I'm not like just saying this because we're doing a video about kitchens, but it is the heart of the home. Like even if you don't have kids and you live all by yourself, like your kitchen is probably where you spend most of your time. So if you're going to go splurge in an area, it's definitely going to be the kitchen.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave us a comment.